Hey, here are 5 stupid things I've noticed about astrology. It's proven horseshit. The positions of the stars and planets can't be used to foretell your future. Your zodiac sign reveals absolutely nothing about you. The Forer effect, which is where people personally identify with generic personality descriptions that could have applied to anyone, was first demonstrated over 60 years ago. This is not a controversial issue. Astrology is a bogus waste of time. It's a relic from an earlier era when our species was just a hell of a lot dumber. We knew next to nothing about what was actually going on around here, so we made some shit up to explain things. But now we know better. So what gives? Why has astrology not gone the way of alchemy or phrenology? Why is it today the most widely practiced of all pseudosciences? I mean, I have a few ideas about that if you want to hear them. They're all pretty stupid. Okay. It's a superstitious shortcut. Getting to know someone, getting to know ourselves even, takes time. It also takes honesty and courage, and those things can be hard to summon sometimes, especially when we really need them. Plus, we're never really certain that we know what we think we know. I mean, you can never truly know another person. Perhaps you can never even truly know yourself. So wouldn't it be great if you could just find out what constellation the sun was passing through when a person was born, and from that one seemingly inconsequential fact derive all sorts of insights into their character and personality? See, I think that accounts for a great deal of the appeal of astrology. It makes it easy for us. It appeals to our impatience. It also appeals to our vanity. It's anthropocentric. Implicit in the belief in astrology is the belief that the universe, or at least the tiny part of it visible to our unaided eye from Earth, really does revolve around us. The positions of stars as viewed from Earth determine our fate. But consider for a moment what the view must be like from a hypothetical planet orbiting Aldebaran, which is the brightest star in my zodiacal constellation, Taurus the Bull. From that perspective, many of the constellations familiar to us would be unrecognizable because those stars would occupy very different positions relative to each other from that viewpoint. And our sun would be just another one of those stars. Yet astrology would have us believe that the position of our sun and other planets in our solar system relative to stars like Aldebaran, as viewed from Earth, has life-shaping significance. It's ignorant, it's narcissistic, and an intelligent person should be embarrassed at the thought of it. Also, it's out of date. Your zodiacal sign is determined by which constellation along the path of the ecliptic the sun appeared to be passing through on the day you were born. The problem is, the zodiacal calendar used by most Western astrologers is essentially the same one that was drawn up 2,000 years ago. And thanks to the phenomenon of precession, which is caused by the Earth wobbling slightly on its rotational axis, the position of the sun on a zodiacal star chart at any given time is actually 36 degrees off from the actual position of the sun in the sky. That means that although my horoscope tells me that I am a Taurus, the actual position of the sun in the sky when I was born would make me an Aries. And if I attached the slightest significance to that, it would make me a dumbass. It's obsolete. The stupidest thing about astrology is that we don't need it. It's been superseded by actual science. We no longer need astrologers to study the stars. We have astronomers. And the cool thing about astronomy is we can use it to actually find things out. Unlike 2,000 years ago when modern astrology was being invented, we know what stars and planets actually are, and we know where they actually are relative to our planet. And we also know that human nature is far too complex a thing to be understood by staring at a star chart. If we wish to have insight into ourselves and each other, we will only gain that insight from ourselves and each other, not from the stars. The stars were not put there for us, and they don't determine our fate. And yet, we are so much more closely tied to the stars than any ancient astrologer could ever have imagined. We're built of atoms made inside of long dead stars. We're connected to the stars not through magic or divinity or destiny. The stars are within us. And we're both residents, parts of the same universe. And it's a universe that is far grander and more beautiful than the puny, self-centered one you'll hear about from your astrologer. The hardest part is only picking 5. Catch you next time.